really that close. So if anyone's going to come out really hungry, it's Damage, and X Factor still were hungry too. So that could be the match of the day too.
Yeah, you know what? I looked at the schedule and I was like, well, this is gonna be a good game. This is gonna be a good game. I definitely would not. I would have picked 7-0 against Dynasty, this morning. So congratulations, you guys, on that. We talked about before. But the CEP game, the 187 crew and Ironman game was one of those games I was like, oh, it'll be a decent game. Ironman will probably come out,
Yeah, we'll see how good 187 is going to be. But then they just come out and blow Ironman out of the water.
Just crushed them.
I would have predicted a 7-3, 7-4 Ironman's favor.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's about what I would agree too. But you know what? I love these guys, man. I love seeing this right now.
Well, the Ironman, they've played they played 187 crew. They played them twice this year, and they only beat them by a point in Phoenix. It was 5-4.
Wow.
And then now they got beat up by him 7-2.
Aggressive breakout by 187 as Zaletsky takes the diamond. He's asking for a paint check.
Right, and now that was Damian Ryan. Actually, he...
Damian Ryan's got a hit in his head.
Yeah.
The giant, huge beacon cyclops on the top part of his head.
Yeah, and now let's see Zaletsky. Let's see if he does what we talked about before.
Definitely, there's nobody on the wire. He needs to wrap and make sure that Drew Templeton can't fill out.
Yep. Now he has that shot across the field, too.
There goes that fill.
Yeah.
See, smart fill by Drew as he gets shot.
God, and he's, like I said before, he is just having a rough day of it. But he's one of those players that'll go back and assess it and say, look, what I do wrong, and he'll fix it. He will fix it. He's another one of those athletes. He's just he's a workout machine.
So now Painter making moves in that center for 187, trying to put a point on the board. There's still a lot of time left. There's 10 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game, but then Painter gets taken out, and so Zaletsky is going to have to get something going on in the diamond to stay in this match. And Lizette is backing him up. You're looking at Zaletsky right now on your screen. He's laying down there in the diamond. He's trying to come around on that 50-yard line. We haven't really seen a lot of players play that notch right on the 50-yard line, though, Marcelo.
Yeah. No, and what I feel he needs to do is, right now he needs to stay here. Earlier in the game he should have went past that into their side, but right now he needs to just be smart and stay alive. Is it a 2-on-2 right now?
It's a 2-on-3. There's actually a guy over in the Dorito 1 for Infamous.
Oh,
and when I say Dorito 1, the big blue bunkers, top right-hand side of your screen, those are actually Doritos. That's what we call them anyway, and that kind of specifies what bunker you're actually in, so it kind of helps your teammates out, so you know where they are. And we have kooky words for all sorts of stuff here. So right now,
Zaletsky, he needs to be careful because I think he already got shot by the bounce shot, and I think he just did again.
And if not, Nicky's just going to put it on him.
Great move by Nicky.
You know what? I'm just going to go. Great move by Nicky.
Great move.
Oh, Nicky's pumped up right now. Infamous
I've seen that a few times.
Yeah, Infamous is playing well when Nicky's running people down and doing the throat cut symbol to the crowd.
Oh, major penalty on Zaletsky.
I wonder what he got a major penalty for.
I really honestly have no idea. I don't know what that penalty's for. He did get shot in the back of the head, and honestly, I'm really not really sure.
I don't either. I don't know if it was maybe talking after he was hit, arguing the fact, or I'm not sure. But
no, I don't think it was major for that though. I think he got shot in the back of the head, and I don't know. I'm sure we'll get the call here in a second. We'll figure out for you guys what exactly happened.
Well, the referees are having a convention down there, try to figure it out.
Right. Well, Infamous, I think that right now they went up 6-1. So I guess there's only one more point anyway. So Infamous, there is a major on the major on the board right now.
Well, and that's really going to hurt 187's chances. There's over 9 minutes left to play, 9:39, but the issue becomes that they only put 1 point on the board before, and Infamous just looks dominant.
Right.
And it doesn't look good for 187, and now they have to play down a body.
Yeah, but I think he got shot in the back of the head, but he was probably so flabbergasted that it even happened, like the last guy was. And then
seeing Nicky Cuba above you,
Good Lord.
Just dropping the hammer down.
Yep. Well, let's take a look at this replay real quick, man.
Talk us through it. Look at this. You're looking at, there's Nicky Cuba. He sees the move. He's going to run, jump over the diamond, and immediately gun up left-handed. That was beautifully done, and then switches hands immediately. Shoots the next guy, does the throat cut. It's just the Nicky Cuba Signature Series move right there. And then see, there's Zaletsky. And let's see if we can see when that penalty gets thrown. I couldn't see it there in the replay, but regardless, there is 2 minutes on the board, and they're going to have to play down a body for the next 2 minutes, if it even goes that long, because Infamous is 1 point away from putting that 7th and final point on the board.
And they send 2 to the A. Aggressive breakout
Oh, but somebody got shot.
Another major penalty.
So Brad McCurley over here on the diamond side of the field. Oh, and wow, now all of a sudden the penalties are coming. So it looks like Sosine got hit and decided to keep playing, or he didn't know. He definitely didn't know where he was hit because he's searching his body right now for a hit.
And they bring it down to a 2-on-2?
I think it's, I'm not sure. I think it's a one-on-two. Actually, I think Brad McCurley is a lone survivor in that whole mess right there. Yep, I think it's Brad McCurley on, looks like number 1, Brian Janko.
Wow, and here comes 187 crew as Jankel. And that was, I mean, 187 started this point out by running 2 players up to the A and right on the 50-yard line in the center of the field. They get a major penalty. Both those guys come off. Then Infamous gets a penalty on Sosine, and then Jankel comes through and cleans it up. Well, so it looks like that was going to be it.
Is anybody going to hang the flag? I don't actually know. Oh, yeah, there we go. I think they conceded the point, actually. Now there's 2 majors. 2 majors right now, so they're starting with 3. Infamous is going to start with 4. So, I mean...
That's some composure by Lizette, though, man. I mean, they started with 4. They lose 2 immediately. Right away, you're watching 2 guys walk off from the center A, so there's only 2 guys left on the whole field, and somebody shoots Sosine. And that was probably one of the more chaotic points we've seen today.
Absolutely. Definitely. And you know that he was that flag was in the air before he even got to the A. Yeah. So I mean, he must have got shot way in the back somewhere. So
it's an interesting play call to send 2 to the A on that point. But hey, something worked for him. So
that's why it's entertaining to watch 187 crew play some paintball.
At least stay in the middle, stay in the pocket, stay away from Travis's gun.
Let's check out this replay here. Look at these 2 guys running up the center. And it was that was Nick Laval and Michael Carlin getting up there in the center.
Yeah, I think the penalty is actually on Nick Laval, actually.
Yeah, and the referee runs in there and immediately pulls pulls Carlin out as well.
He's just throwing arms everywhere.
And then here's McCurley getting in. And he tries to see that. Yeah, then you see the referee over there running, and you can see that red flag get thrown in the air.
He went in there with a purpose, too. You know, good. I like seeing Brad get up in the mix up there. Like I said, he was kind of having a rough day, but he's another one of those players that just, in my opinion, does not play well in the back. He needs to get up the field and do work. You know, put him in a back spot, and he tends, in my opinion, he tends to get lackadaisical, and there's no pressure on him like usual, so he's not playing as tight as he should, and he gets flipped. So we have a timeout right now from Infamous. You know, I'm happy with the way Infamous is playing right now. They're playing really nice conservative. You know, they're getting the G's in the break. You know, in paint with the humidity, usually up here in Chicago, it's usually really humid. So the paint manufacturers usually make the paint for that humidity and when it's really hot. However, I think the weather rate's perfect for paintball right now. You know, it's like 80 degrees.
It's not, well, I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say it. Let's ask Marcelo. Marcelo, is this perfect paintball weather?
Well, you know, like I said, I'd rather it be, you know, really hot than rainy, but I wouldn't say perfect, no. Could be a little bit,
but hey,
a little bit cooler.
For what we've had so far, yeah, well, San Diego's got, you know, perfection most of the time. But that being said, now, come on, I mean, this is Galveston. We got 5 inches of rain and 50-mile-an-hour winds tearing fields down with giant lakes on the field that players are diving into, snake lakes. And then we head to Phoenix. It's 105 degrees out. And it's like, well, it's a dry heat. Yeah, the surface of the sun is a dry heat. Next time you get burnt by a seatbelt, tell me it's a dry heat.
You know, that looks like, yeah, right? That looks like a picture, just a painting, like somebody just painted the clouds. Like, they're not even moving. They're just like, they're chilling out watching paintball with us.
Yeah, it does look actually pretty picturesque.
It is, actually. It looks like, what's that guy's name that paints on the...
Picasso?
No.
The guy that paints? Which guy?
Forget it. I'm just going to stop now.
Monet? Rembrandt?
No, the guy that's on TV that he talks in that monotone voice.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Bob.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, but that guy. I mean, yeah, anyway, I don't even know how I know that personally, but, you know... you know what I do? I TiVo that. So usually when I get home, you know, I got Candy, my wife at home, just chilling.
You must have the like bazillion channel package though, because you know I don't really.
You know, I do.
You might, because I mean I don't think that's on TV at least. I have every channel in my house, but I don't really get that one.
That's gonna pretty much wrap it up for 187. They're both stuck in the pocket, as you guys call it right now. Maddie stuck in the middle. Here comes Damien chilling out to the A. You know, just doing some work. And here comes Drew Templeton. Hopefully can not catch a ball.
Greg Sewer's making his way to their side of the field, and that'll do it.
Yeah.
Suey going to work.
What's up, Damien?
Yeah. Good game, bud.
Yeah. Good job by Infamous coming out of the box. You know, kind of putting a hurting on Upton 187. You know, I think they scouted them really well, and I think they took their game and took it away from them at the end of the day.
Well, they taught them a lesson today, and honestly, it's a really good lesson for 187 crew to learn. They're a young team. They have a very bright future in this sport, obviously. They're doing everything right. You know, they got their homegrown talent. They've got a great owner in Dave Painter. They run Fox 4 Paintball out of Upton. That's a great crew out of there. Again, really big